Hello viewers, in this video I will show you how I built my own PC from individual components. So let's get started. But before getting into the actual build process, let's see all the components I chose for this build. Let's begin with the processor. AMD Ryzen 5 3600 is the best for price and power. It can easily handle 4K video editing and most of the modern games. And for the motherboard, I bought MSI B450 Gaming Pro Carbon AC Wi-Fi, which comes with inbuilt Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. For the RAM, I decided to go with two Corsair 16GB chips rated at 3200 MHz in dual channel configuration. CoolerMaster MWE 750W power supply is adequate to meet the power needs of this PC. Even though MSI RX 570 Armor 8GB OC graphics card is a bit old at this time, it's more than enough for my needs. I will be using the stop CPU cooler that came with the processor for now. To put all these components into, I used Corsair Carbide Spec 05 mid-tower gaming case which comes with a full side panel window. Let's begin the PC assembly by removing the motherboard from its anti-static bag and putting it onto the motherboard box. Let me just remove the sticker above this heat dissipator here. We will also remove off the M.2 shield here because I am going to be using a 2.5-inch SSD, not M.2 storage device. First thing to do before processor installation is to release the retention arm from the AM4 socket. Make sure the triangular arrow on the AM4 socket align with the golden arrow on your Ryzen processor and place the processor onto the socket, and the processor will just slip into it. After processor installation, make sure the retention arm is back in its position. This locks the processor onto the AM4 socket. The retention module by the sides of the processor is removed so that we can install our screw type processor cooler. CPU cooler is now placed onto its place and the four corner screws are tightened in a zigzag manner to maintain even pressure. Let's now plug the CPU cooler to the 4-pin CPU fan header. It's time to make ready the case for motherboard installation. This case comes with a tool for removing the acrylic side panel screws. 4 screws on the 4 corners of the acrylic side panel is unscrewed to remove the side panel. 2 thumb screws hold the right side metal panel which are unscrewed and the side panel is taken off. Before actually placing the motherboard into the case, let's put the I/O shield and fix it by applying some pressure on it. The motherboard is now carefully placed onto the case. 9 screws fix the motherboard firmly to the case. Installing the power supply was a bit difficult due to its placement at the lower corner and limited space. 4 rear-sided screws hold the power supply tightly in place. 2 brackets in the rear of the case should be removed to make way for the output ports of the graphics card. The graphics card is installed onto the PCIe 1 slot. I installed two 16GB RAM chips onto DIMM B2 and DIMM A2 slots for dual channel configuration. For storage, I used a 250GB Samsung Evo SSD and mounted it onto the side. So far, we completed the installation of hardware components. It is time to connect the cables now. First, I connected the CPU power 1 and 2 cables. Then, the PCI power cable is connected to the graphics card. HD audio cable from the top of the CPU case is connected to the J audio header in the motherboard. Front panel power switch cable is connected next. USB 3 connector from front panel is also connected. Front CPU case fan connector is connected to motherboard fan header. After connecting 40-pin ATX power connector, we will proceed with connecting the SATA cable to the SSD and its power supply card. Now we have completed the build process. I also installed Windows 10 on this PC. Let's see it boot into it. So thank you all for watching.